It is lovely to have you guys join us. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our Empowered Parenting Masterclass on how can we best motivate our kids. We've had a lot of parents express interest to come and join us today, and we are excited to cover this topic. Why? Because this topic is a challenging one. Hello, Dane, where are you signing in from? We have Din and we have Dimple that has joined us as well today. And we have so many of you jumping onto our live in our Facebook groups, and we are excited to support you there. I am tuning into my live as well, so I can see comments coming in to our masterclass. So tell us where you're signing in from in the chat box so we can connect with you and we can and we know where you're from. And also tell us how many kids do you have and how old are they? We're looking into the group and we are looking out for comments. Share with us where are you signing in from and share with us how old are your kids. We're also looking at our group on Facebook and looking out for comments. We've got Pooja joining us too. Welcome to all of you coming in to join our masterclass. It's a real honor to be here to support you. Kate, do you want to use the pin facility that will help us just show one person at a time? Beautiful. All righty. Lovely. Din is from Melbourne. He has got 3 kids, 7, 3 and a 7-month-old. Din, is that I don't know the name. Is it male, female? Can you are you a mom? Are you a dad? Most likely you're a mom because we get lots of moms coming in, but then we also get dads and we want to make sure that we honor you all. So beautiful. I love it when parents of young kids come in to understand ways that they can. Yes, Din, thank you. Lovely. And whereabouts in Melbourne, Din? Beautiful. Hello, Pooja. How are you? Lovely to have you join us. Where are you signing in from, Pooja?
Sydney.
Sydney. Welcome from Sydney, Pooja. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. How old is your child? I think I've spoken to you, Pooja. Is that right, from Sydney?
Yes. My son is now 17 years of age.
Oh, beautiful. So we've got a range of kids' ages here with our parents today. So the topic and the tips that I'm going to share with you today are valid across the board. There will be some specific to older kids, but definitely it applies to all across the board. And if your kids are young, well, guess what? They are going to grow, and it's always great to get in there early. So thank you guys to all of you coming in. Thank you for commenting. Hello, Stephen Cole, and hello, Kate. Thank you for signing in and joining us today and commenting. Well done. So share in the comment section, where are you from and how old are your kids? Because we then have an idea of how to best support you. So my name is Yolanda Alvarez, and I am a parenting mentor. I support parents from all over the world, really. Thanks to COVID. I know not many people are saying thanks to COVID, but I'm saying thanks to COVID because I'm now able to reach, our message is able to reach parents all over the world. I have had, Dimple is saying she's from Adelaide with 1 child, 11 years old. Welcome. Welcome, Dimple. Thank you for sharing that. So I've got a slideshow to share with you. So I am going to hit on that share button so I can stay on track with the content that I have for you. Here we are, and present. Lovely. How to motivate your unmotivated child. That's our content for today. That's the topic we're covering. a little bit about me. And when as I share my story, I ask you to connect and see where this might be your story too. So I used to be a very busy mom, constantly exhausted. Anger used to be a big one. I used to get upset, find myself, I'd observe myself, get angry, and I would regret the amount of anger I had after I had had the big outbursts. I would feel frustrated with my kids' behavior, and I had no clue how to manage it. I felt unsupported, even though there were people around me. It just was not, I just did not feel supported enough. I felt sad. I felt disappointed, and I felt despair. I felt like I was working so hard, trying so hard. I was constantly trying new approaches, yet I felt like I did not get there. I felt very disappointed and very sad as well. And here was the key, that I just didn't feel like anything I did was not good enough. Here we go again. So share with me in the comment section, where are you at, and where do you find, how many of these 6 points do you feel as like you resonate to? Do you feel sad and disappointed? Do you feel frustrated with your kids' behavior? Do you notice that you get angry and you find yourself regretting, oh, I wish I hadn't said that? And do you find yourself constantly striving hard on looking for new ways that you can build that connection with your kids and get your kids motivated and get them doing things? Share with me in the comment section, how many of these points do you resonate with? Do you find yourself here at all, or is there something else? Is your story completely different? Share with me. I'd love to hear where you are at. Lovely. Looking at the chat box and looking at the comment section as well. Hello, Lee. Lovely to have you join us. Lee is from Melbourne as well. Wonderful. And she is interested in mindful parenting. Yes, mindful parenting is a beautiful space to be parenting from. Thank you, Dimple. Dimple says she resonates with all of them. Thank you for sharing, Dimple. And awareness is key. Once we know where our starting point is, we know we can understand the pathway. We start to see the road unfold before us. So it's great to know where you're at. If you resonate with all 6 of them, go for it. And good that you that you acknowledge where you're at. Lovely. We have people joining us still. Thank you, Francis. Francis, where are you joining us from? Put it in the chat box. Tell us where you're joining us from, and tell us how many kids you've got too. What are their ages? It gives me an idea of the age group of the kids in the group, and those of you watching on Facebook too. Lovely. So why is motivating your child challenging? Is it that you find that you're taking privileges away and nothing's working? Are you finding that they are resisting your advice? Are you finding that you're having to yell at them and you just don't get through? You find that you have to provide external motivation to get them going. Do you find that they are hardened to your anger? Have you tried setting consequences and it's just no good? Let us know, guys. Where are you at? Where do you find yourself stuck? Why is motivating your child challenging? And what can you be doing? What do you find yourself able to do to be able to have that breakthrough? I can see a lot of parents joining in. Please put your camera on, guys, so we can see you and we know who you are. And I feel like I am talking to parents in the room. So I would be very grateful if you're able to put your camera on, give me your smile, and I know you're here and I am able to connect with you. I know the people who are commenting might not be able to, but definitely those who are in the room. Hello, Shruti. Where are you signing on from, Shruti? Hello, Radha. Good to have you join us too. Thank you to all of you joining us this morning, this afternoon, wherever in the world you are. So motivating our child is challenging. My name is Yolanda Alvarez and I am an empowered parenting coach. And today I am taking you through my 5 steps of how you can best motivate your child. So many parents today are struggling with motivating their kids and getting them to getting them to do things and push themselves and live fulfilling lives. And many of us are afraid that if they don't, that their quality of life will be affected, that their level of happiness will be affected. So we are touching base on what we can be doing, and I'll be covering 5 steps on what you need to be doing today. So I am a mom of 2. These are my 2 gorgeous girls. Yannicka will be 21 in a few weeks. Yes, the big 21st birthday is being planned, as they do. I've got Yannicka turning 21, and I've got Janelle, who will be 16 in August. So I am a mom of teenagers. I have been through the journey. Yes, I have seen the challenges. I am a single mom, so I have been through relationship challenges that have allowed me to come onto the other side, where I am able to see things in a whole new light and choose new ways and support parents through their relationships. Our relationship with our kids are no different from our relationship from the important people in our lives. So our relationship with ourselves is key on this journey, which is why empowered parenting is about parents empowering themselves, which is exactly why I have written my book, Empowering Moms to Empower Their Kids, because it all sits with us. If anyone is keen to know how you can empower yourself as a mom to empower your kids, Kate, please do put it in the comment section if anybody would like a copy of how moms can empower themselves so that they can empower their kids. I always have a special $20 charge for those who come into our workshops, because you have given us your time. Lovely. Beautiful. So what is motivation, and where are we motivating, where are we manipulating our kids? So manipulation versus motivation. Who knows the difference? Do you know how manipulation might be different from motivation, and how we might be mistakenly using manipulation in order to motivate our kids? Lovely. I'm just looking, are there dads here aside from me? So Francis is a dad coming in. He is signing up. From where are you signing up from, Francis? I'm just looking at your name. I'm wondering where. From the Philippines. Welcome, Francis. That's wonderful of you to join us today. And it's great to have dads. Thank you for joining us. Yes, dads are very, very welcome here. Lovely. So first step in motivating our kids, let's recognize, where are we manipulating them? Are we using bribes? Are we saying to them that if you don't follow through, we will take your privileges away? And taking privileges away is really taking their power away. And one of our kids' greatest needs is to meet their need for power, to meet their need for attention. Power and attention are big ones that kids are craving. They wake up in the morning and they have 2 buckets, a power bucket and an attention bucket. So we need to be aware of, where are we taking their power away, because they're going to find other ways to claim back their power. So I'm very mindful about when parents choose methods that take away privileges, because we're taking away their power, and our kids are inevitably going to look for ways to regain that power, and they do it in ways that take us off and we have no control over. So to maintain control, let's see what new ways we can be using and not be manipulating our kids, but instead motivating them. So are you setting high expectations? So I'm always asking questions. Empowered parenting is about being curious. So is it that we are looking for our child to meet our own unmet expectations of ourselves? It is the empowered way to think, because we need to question, where are we? Where is our desire to motivate our kids coming from? Is it coming from fear? Is it coming from pure love and wanting them to live their best life? Of course, we all want our kids to live their best life, but is it coming from unmet expectations of your own self? Is it that you didn't complete that education that you had wanted to, and now you want your kids to live them out? Is it that you wanted to be that engineer that you never did, and now you want to steer your child in that direction? Is it that you found yourself struggling with low self-esteem, so now you would like your child to be out there and overcome this, and you add a lot of anxiety and stress and putting greater expectations on your kids that they can handle? So just becoming curious, checking in, where is your drive, your need to motivate your child coming from? Lovely. So next, the first tip number 1 is ditch the label. How do we motivate our kids? By observing what label we place on them. So many parents today say to me, if I ask them, how do you feel about your child? They will say, oh, my child is lazy. My child is, they've got really colorful names for their child. My child is challenging. Put in the comment section and tell me, what is your label for your child? What do you find yourself saying about your child? That's right. Thank you for your comment. Francis says, I wasn't aware of the power bucket. I am aware of the attention bucket. That's right. There is a power bucket too that our kids are looking, that they wake up every morning wanting to fill. So let's make sure that we allow that for them. Lovely. So tell us your labels that you have for your kids. What do you call your kids? Do you identify, do you label your child as being challenging? Do you label your child as being difficult? Do you label your child as being lazy? What is the label that you hold for your child? So thank you for sharing. He says, I labeled my child as easily discouraged, weak-hearted. Parents have labeled their child as anxious, irresponsible. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your comments coming through. I'm loving them coming through. So become aware of the label that you place on your child, because as you label them, you speak to that label. Let's recognize the energy we bring into parenting. As we see our child in those light, we are amplifying. What we magnify, we amplify. So become aware of the label that you place on your child. Ditch the label, replace the label. What can you say about your child that is also true? I'm not saying that you think your child is lazy and you just think you label him as active when he's not. No. Choose a new label. What characteristics in your child exist that you want to amplify? Maybe they are caring. Maybe it is that they are very loving. They are considerate. They are empathetic. They are kind. Find a new label. Replace the label and watch how your words and your actions come through. So beautiful. Francis says, my child makes the effort. So think about a phrase, he's making effort. So is your child proactive? Does your child give things a go? Is your kid alert? Is your kid looking to do new things, to try out new things? So are they adventurous? Give that child a new label and watch how, as you change the label, as you ditch those old negative labels, you start to use language that empowers them. And the language and the beautiful, I'm getting some really beautiful comments here. Thank you, guys. My daughter is good at making new friends. So friendly, caring, empathetic. That's right. Let's put on new labels on our kids. And let's look at them in a new light and watch the energy that you bring into your relationship with them as you parent them. You will find that your language changes. The words that you use change. As you magnify your child, as you amplify their positive qualities, you magnify these in them. And this is so powerful in then shifting and going on the path of motivating them. Lovely. Thank you, guys. I'm also mindful of the time. I did promise that we would be done in half an hour, so I am going to go. So your one and only role with your child, sorry, is to love them. That's it. Let's recognize that our only role, how much of this and how much of your focus goes in them. When you are upset with them, you still love them. The way you respond to them, no matter how challenging they have been, your only one and only role on this earth while you have your child with them, with you, is to love them. And parents can often, in their frustration, forget this. In the midst of them challenging us, we forget that. So let's come back to recognize my one and only role is to love them unconditionally, no questions asked. Yes, it can get challenging. Yes, they push our buttons, but no, yes, we still choose to love them. They're throwing a tantrum. As we remember our only role, we start to shift the words that we use towards them, and we shift the way and the energy that we bring into parenting them. So remember your one and only role. Put it in the comment section, guys. What is your one and only role, no matter what? Unconditionally, what is your only role with your child? Lovely. Connection tip 3, your area of control. What is your area of control in your relationship with your child? Love and support them, says Kate. Yes, Kate, good job. Absolutely. We're here to love and support our kids. I will even ditch the support. They have got this. All you have to do is love them. When we think we need to support them, we come in with our ideas and they say no to, and we feel like we have been put aside. So let's just stick with loving them unconditionally. So in our tip number 3, motivation tip number 3, tell us what is your area of control. What do you have control over, and what do you not have control over? Do you have control over your child's behavior? No, they are going to behave the way they choose to behave. What do you really have control over? Do you have control over your child's emotions? No, you don't have control over your child's emotions. Let us identify what is your area of control. Identify your area and identify your child's area of control, and you will see. Put it on a piece of paper. I always say, come into my workshops with a pen and paper. I want you to put it on either side of your book. Put area of control and put area of no control. Know what your areas of control are, and focus. Your only focus should be on areas of your control. Let's think of some areas of control that you do have. Share with me in the comment section. What do you have as your area of control? My area of control is just me. That's right. Well done, Francis. My actions, my words, my thoughts. Yes. My emotions are my control. My behavior is my control. So let's focus on putting that in line, because that's the only part and the only area that you have any control over is yourself. As you choose to shift your child's behavior, or you choose to motivate your child, go back to where you have control. We put so much energy into areas that we have no control over, which is what makes us upset, angry, frustrated. Let's go back. Frustration, anger, being upset is our area of control, and we must choose our emotions because we have control over our emotions. So many parents don't believe that they have control over their emotions. Well, I'm here to tell you that you do. And that is why emotional mastery is key. And that's why emotional mastery is my program that I support parents on a journey for. I teach them how to manage and master their own emotions. Lovely. Let's go to our next tip. Tip number 4, support them in creating a vision. So important. Kids don't know what their vision is because parents have been micromanaging them. They have been taking away privileges to keep them off the computer. They have been they have been manipulating their kids to take actions that kids have no vision of their own. How do you create a vision for your kids? So, for example, with my own kids, while they were younger, they would ask me, why do I need to go to school, mom? I don't see the point of it, which then brought me to do this activity with my kids, where I started to identify what their interest was. So my oldest, Yannicka, loved cooking. So we dived into it. We looked into what fields of jobs were there for cooks. She started to research on chefs out there, like Gordon Ramsay and the whole lot of them. She would research to see what their lives were, and and with that, we created a roadmap. We built a success roadmap of where she wanted to be, what she wanted to do based on her interests, and we looked at it back to see what could she be doing today. How could math be important for her so she could be that chef? How could science be important to her to create the phenomenal food that chefs were creating? And guess what happened, guys? We put in a vision board. So we connected the dots to where she was today, so how her schoolwork today would help her to create that vision that she wanted tomorrow. And today she is, that's possibly now 6 years down the track, she decided along the way, no, mom, chefs work such long hours. I am not, it's not what I want to do for the salary they earn. I have a vision for this kind of a home. I have a vision for this kind of an income, because she was able to create connect dots with her, the big dreams and aspirations she had, to what she needed to be doing today. And today she's specializing in IVF and studying in Monash Uni, her third year uni, because she realized that that is what she really wants to do, and that is where her passion is. So unless and until we had not done this, our kids need to connect the dots. They need to know, not just kids, we need to know, and we need to have uh, to create fun in motivating ourselves. How challenging is it for us ourselves to motivate ourselves to go to the gym, to eat right, to do the work that we need to do to progress and succeed in our careers? We need to have a roadmap. We need to know why we're doing what we do, and how excited do we feel about the end result. So it is so key for us to support them in creating the vision. That's right. Well done. Beautiful. That's right. The key word is support. Don't create the vision for them, but support them. There is even a verse in so many religious texts, and we really need to go back to them and really recognize that people without vision perish. There is a reason, and we are raising kids, forcing them to or pushing them and manipulating them to go to school and to study, when we haven't really created a vision for them. Our kids are perishing today. Their drives are so low. They are going, there's the rate of anxiety has never been as high as it is today, because our kids are lacking vision. So be that key person, identify what those interests are. You taking the take the back step and watch your child. Do they love sports? Do they love, um, if they love sport, how can they, what way do they fit in? One of my clients, his son loved sports, and what he was able to identify for his son is that his son loved commentary, and he wanted to share his perspective. So he looked at careers where he could do media work and presenting work, and he wound it down to how, where he was in year 8, how his learning today would support him, how geography, how how learning how focusing on English and different subjects were going to build his interest to get him the goal that he wants. So it doesn't mean that that's going to be their ultimate career. Like my daughter started off her excitement to be a chef, but that wasn't her ultimate career. Her ultimate career turned out to be something else, but that's because we switched the light on looking ahead and creating a vision. So I cannot emphasize enough, guys, how important it is, in order to motivate our kids, to have the vision. And more importantly, what vision do you have for yourself? Live a life that is motivated around your kids, and let your kids watch you be driven towards your own vision. People without a vision perish. So let's build a vision for our own lives. Let's be excited about doing the things that we do in our own lives. Beautiful. Well done, guys. Tell me if you're getting any value. Put in the comment section in Facebook. Are you getting value from today? Have you learned something significant today? Put it in the comment section. Put it in the chat box. Tell me, are you getting value from today? And what is your biggest aha moment? What are you going to go back home and implement? Share it with me in the comment section. Share it with me in the chat. I want to hear from you. Each child is unique. Tip number 5, each child is unique. You might want to try one way with your other child. Know that each child is unique. You cannot work with in the same way with both your kids. Like they say, all 5 fingers are different. In a family, each person comes in with their own dominant personality traits. It is so important to work with the uniqueness of each of your kids. So identify what is their dominant trait. How do you know? You know what their dominant trait is by the way they react with their world, with the way they interact with their siblings, with the way they respond to you. What is your child's core needs? And what is their love language? Guys, I cannot emphasize how important we have, I think it was Anthony Robbins who talks about the 5 core needs, and they are our need for significance. It is our need for love, for connection, for growth. And the 5th one, I can't get right away, because if we are not growing, we are dying. So it's important to identify what are your child's top core needs and speak to them and motivate them from their own core needs. Possible that your child is empathetic. Some of you have mentioned that your child, that your kids have a need or are great at making friends. So connection might be a big one for them. So using your own child's love language, your own child's core needs, and identifying their own strengths as we motivate our kids. Beautiful. Those are the 5 love languages, Francis. Thank you. Exactly. Is quality time an important one for them? Physical touch, gifts, words of affirmation, acts of service. Spot on. Those are our 5 love languages. And our core needs are separate to those, but understanding what makes each of our child's needs, we are able to respond to them from there. There's ample number of quizzes that you can take online where you can find out what your child's core needs are. Lovely. Those were my 5 tips on how you can motivate your child. But the foundation for motivating a child with any of my educational guys, I talk about 2 parts. One part is what strategies we can use towards our kids, and the next one is who we are, the parent that we are, and how we influence our child. And how to understand this, the foundation for motivating our kids is by us understanding ourselves, understanding our thoughts. So what thoughts do we have? Like I talked about in the labels, what are our thoughts around our kids? Because our thoughts then lead us to feel emotions. Our emotions then lead us to take actions, and our actions then give us the results that we get in our relationship with our kids. So let's be mindful. Let's be thinking, what are those thoughts that I have? How can we change them? And know that our thoughts come from our own past experiences, from our own perceptions of the world, from our own unresolved emotions. We play out our emotions, and that's why emotional mastering our own emotions, having control and managing our own emotions is key, which then allows us to take the actions that we take so that we can get the results that we want. So let's decide, what is that result? You wouldn't be here today if motivating your kids was not the biggest result that you have. Lovely. This is my 5 stages of empowered parenting that I go into great depths in my workshop with. our 90-minute workshop, which is coming up in June. The link to our 90-minute workshop will be in our comment section on Facebook, and it will also be in the chat. We have our workshop coming up on the 22nd of June. It's an evening workshop, what we're trying out this time. And I show you how parents move from the state of chaos in their relationships, chaos with their kids that they face, and how they can move to becoming more aware. And moving into, from awareness, we go into becoming the observer. How do we become an observer? How do we detach from the drama that plays out? And how can we resolve our own emotional reactions? Because that is key in shifting our child's behavior. It is key in gaining back control of our own emotional reactions towards our kids, because our emotional reactions trigger emotional reactions within our kids. And remember, who do we have control over? Do we have control over our kids' emotions? No, we only have control over our own emotions, which is why we get to go within ourselves and we come to recognize. So this is a 5-stage journey that I take my parents on in my 12-week program. We move to shift and transform and really have a completely transformational experience in our families through this process. Next fortnight, we will be bringing in parents who have gone on the journey and have transformed their experience, and they will be sharing testimonials with us. This is a paid workshop. However, for parents here today, here's the link to register for your free ticket. Kate, let's make sure we give the free ticket link to the parents that are attending today. I would love to offer you, because of your time here today, that you get a ticket to come into our workshop for free. So who are empowered parents? Empowered parents own their own energy in parenting. They implement strategies with their kids that come from love. And I hear parents say, of course I love my kids. Yes, of course you do, but we don't realize where we are using fear-based parenting strategies in parenting our kids. We use fear-based when we fear that our child will not succeed, when we fear that our child will not get good grades, and our child when we see that our child is anxious and having relationship problems, then we start to fear that they will not be happy. So all of these, when we parent from these energies, we bring those fears into our parenting. And that's what empowered parenting is about. It allows us to implement strategies with our kids from love, because there is power in love, and in fear comes force. So power versus force is again what we talk about in our workshop. So make sure you click on that link and come in to that workshop, and let's recognize, where are we messing our kids up with our fears, with our own undealt stuff? Where have we honestly messed up our kids and not parenting our kids from trust and confidence within themselves, which reflects into our parenting? So like I said, my name is Yolanda Alvarez. I am an empowered parenting coach. I have a toolbox. I'm a trained emotions coach. I work with energy. I do energy, inner child work. I've got a whole set of tools that I support parents in my group, as well as one-on-one. These are some of my tools, which I will not be going into. We are giving away tickets to those of you who are here today. Click on the link and come and join. This is a paid workshop. However, we are giving away tickets for you. If you'd like to know more, or if you'd like to book your call, how to not mess up your kids, how not to mess up your kids, because yes, we are messing up our kids. How not to mess up your kids, book in that chat, click on the link. I will share with you where you are messing up your kids, how you can overcome your parenting challenge, and how you can use and apply immediately applicable solutions into your family. 3 people to click on that link. Go for it, guys. If there's more, yes, you just go for it. I'm here to support you. How to not mess up your kids' call, because if we are not aware, we are messing our kids up. It is what we are doing. A little bit about sharing what parents' journeys have been. If they didn't work on their own emotional resilience and didn't do their own emotional and empowered parenting work, this is what parents have said. I'll leave you to deal to read them all. These are parents who have worked with us, and this is what they have shared has benefited them from coming on this empowered parenting journey. I look forward to chatting with you. Click on that link, book the chat. I am away this weekend, but I have opened up spots if you want to. Otherwise, there is always next week. Let's jump on the call and let me support you with how you can stop messing your kids up. It's a free 30-minute chat where I jump one-on-one on a call with you to share with you where you've been messing up and how you can shift that today. Lovely. Any questions, guys? Open up your unmute yourself, and those of you watching on the comments in Facebook, put in the comment section. I'm here to support you. Tell me what your questions are. Lovely. Did you receive value from today? I shared a bit. I know there was a lot that I was sharing here today. Do tell me, come on and share with me, what did you learn today? Put on your cameras, guys. Let's have a chat. Lovely to see you here. Is that you, Francis? Well done. Thank you. Thank you. It's good to have dads in the room. Pooja, Din, who else is here? Shruti, put on your cameras, guys. Come on and chat with me. Tell me. Sorry, multitasking, Francis says. That's right. That's what mums do, I thought, Francis. No, I think it's every parent, isn't it? Lovely. Did you get value from today? Yes? Did you guys get value from today? What is your biggest aha moment? Unmute yourself. I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, hello, Yolanda. My biggest takeaway here is that the concept of a power bucket. So I really wasn't aware of that really. I have four kids.
Yes.
I began to be aware of the attention bucket. I don't call it that though, but it is a bucket.
Of course, awareness is key. Yeah.
But correct, yeah, I agree. Second child. So my second child is a girl. She's my only girl. But yeah, I've only become more aware of as a parent when on my second child. When my first child was in second grade, about 8-9 years old. So yeah.
Beautiful, lovely. So thank you for that. Din, do you want to share with us what was your biggest takeaway? Pooja, Shruti, share with us. Unmute yourselves. Tell us what value did you get today. We just have another minute that we will be on, so I would love to hear from you. Thank you for sharing, Francis. It's always great to have dads to come into the room as well. Wonderful. All righty. Well, if you found value from today, do jump onto our Facebook group, put in the comment section what was your biggest aha moment, and guess what? We might just have a prize for you. You will get the PDF copy of my book, Empowered Abundant Motherhood, Empowering Parents. I'm not going to say moms for you, Francis. Empowering parents to empower their kids. We're going to be general. So if you jump onto our Facebook Live, put in the comment section what was your biggest aha moment. For everyone, Din, Shruti, all of you watching on Facebook as well, put in the comment section what was your biggest aha moment, and allow me to send you a PDF, a free PDF of my book. So great value there, guys. We're all about giving our parents value for the valuable time that they share with us. So thank you and have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Join us at our next parenting masterclass. We'll have the topic put out very soon. And don't forget to join us on our half-day workshop, our 90-minute parenting workshop, Emotional Resilience for Parents Raising Emotional Resilient Kids, because emotions are key. See you all. Thank you, everybody. Bye.